Hey everybody, how you guys doing? West End Trapper here, and today we're going to just be showing you some snares and how I set some snares. So first off, this here, that's a 1x16, 1x19 strand, 1/16, and I use those ones for lynx and for beaver. Now this here is a 7/32 strand, and this is a 7x7, so it's got a little bit more flex than the rigid 1x19 strands. And this one I use for lynx and mostly beaver. I like to use the small stuff, 1/16 for beaver, or sorry, for lynx, and this is for beaver. This here is another one I like. I also double if I have enough length. I'll use this 7x7 for coyote as well, but I'm finding that this 1/16 strand 1x19 is really good, strong stuff, and that's what I use. This is what we'll be setting today for coyotes. And then we move on down to the big guys. This is what I use for wolf. It's 3/32 width, and then it's 1x19 strand, extremely strong. And I've only got this one made for the size of the loop I want, and then I'll attach a drag, or sorry, not a drag, but an extension from there out, and that'll put the extra length I need for the wolves to get tangled up. And so those are the different snares I use, different widths, different styles, and like I said, coming right up as soon as I turn off this camera, we'll take you straight out to the bait station, and I'll show you how I set some of my snares. So thanks for coming along, and I hope you enjoyed the video. It's a nice shot. Hey everyone, West End Trapper here, and we today are going to be setting the snares that we decided were proper for coyotes. You may see the video right before this one. I went over the difference between lynx, wolf, and coyote snares. So I got my bag of coyote snares with me. And when setting up a bait station or hanging your snares, starting at your site, you're gonna want something that looks similar to this, right? You got your bait here that you've been pre-baiting for a while, because you always want to pre-bait before you actually hang any snares. I'd say at least minimum of 2 weeks, or until they've the animals, coyotes, wolves, whatever you have you trapping at your bait sites, establish really good trails. And another thing too is, when you do set your snares at your bait station, you don't want to set them too close to your actual bait site, because then you end up catching birds, and nobody wants to catch birds. You see through here, look at the lynx come through here several times. So that's good. Got lots of coyotes, lots of coyote tracks. So this is a good site. Good place to set up. And I'm going to show you how to do that right now. See right here, they've got some old trails. They're still kind of coming, but right through here looks like a beauty of a spot. And they've got a really beat down trail in here. So what I'm going to do is, because there's kind of a natural little stick right here that they're going to be ducking anyway, I'm going to hang my snare right here off of this tree here. And I'm going to hang it right over top of there, probably about, I'd say 8 inches off the ground from the bottom of the snare. Yeah, about 8 inches. So this is where the snare is going to go, and I will turn you on in just a few minutes to show you what it looks like. Okay, so there we have it. Is the finished set. There's the trail, here's the snare, and just a little bit of, just a minor guide sticks, fencing off, I guess they call it, is fencing off. It should, I think, should be really good, because it's a little bit depression right here, and on both sides of that is a little higher, so when the coyote comes running through, his head's gonna catch right in there, and it's gonna sink nice and tight. Now, these little plastic things here can be made out of wire as well. They call them whammies. Those help a lot for help stabilizing your snare and get it hung over in the exact right position that you want it. So if you're gonna do free hanging snares, I would recommend having those. And also, when you tie down your snare to your tree, you always want at least 2 wraps, minimum of 2 wraps around. This way it's just that much more strength to get in there, and it's not going to pull out or snap off very easily. So that is how you make the coyote set on an established trail at a bait station. These are free hanging snares. There are people who use the kill springs, which I'm trying to get into, and power rams. They're similar, and they're very similar to set, or for the loop, and the same thing. You're gonna set them over trails, and that's it's kind of what you want to do. And for free hanging snares, you don't want really short ones. You kind of want them a little bit longer, because with these ones, these are what they call entanglements. So you're relying on, once it pulls tight, that it's going to jump around and swing and get tangled up around some willows or some trees. And as soon as that happens, it's over, job done. Good quick set. So I'm going to hang a couple more, and maybe I'll turn you on, show off a couple more, and then if not, I hope you enjoyed what I had to show you. Like I said, the snaring video right before this one on choosing the right snares, there's some good information in there, and that goes everything from lynx to coyote to beaver to wolf snares. You'll notice the difference in each one of them. All right, thank you. Hope you enjoyed. I'm going to put one right here too. It's a nice spot. All right, so we're there, and I changed my mind, and actually, because that's such a nice big opening and there's such nice big tracks coming through, I actually hung one of the wolf snares right there. And with that, you want a pretty big loop. Like, I've only got it as wide as those 2 trees, because there's no use putting it any wider there, because, well, you can't go anywhere outside of that. So I put it that wide there. I'm hoping, and you want it basically top of your knee, probably 12 to 14 inches off. This way they get a good headshot. Yeah, hopefully the ideal catch is right behind the ears. So that's a wolf set here at the bait station. I got a few more. Like, this is crazy. I didn't realize how beat down this trail is right here. Like, it is beat right down. So I'm gonna throw a snare. I might even, you know what, I think I'm gonna put 2 snares on this spot. But when you're looking for trails, this is what you're looking for. Beat down, heavy trails at your bait site coming in and out. Because you turn around, bait site's just on the other side of these trees. So as good as this looks here, I'm probably gonna walk over into those short little willows over there to set, just so, like I mentioned previously, you don't want to set too close to the bait because you'll be catching birds, and nobody wants to do that. So I hope you enjoyed this little how to set snares at a bait station, how to identify which proper snares to use for which animals, and I hope to help out in the future with more videos. Thank you. Oh, well, I'm back out, just actually setting a 330 box, or 330 stump set right here. You've seen this spot last year. I caught a lynx in that 330, and then I caught a martin in a snare, lynx snare. So I'll just reset that one and walk a good little trail in up to the box, and then out that way around that corner a little ways. Hopefully something falls in that track, falls it up, gets curious and gets whacked out. So that's awesome. Just starting to get a few videos out, or a few sets out. Haven't really gone after anything this year aside from the one bait site that I've got out, and well, you've seen I set some snares and stuff in there. Caught a couple little bit of fur that I didn't get on film. I caught 2 coyotes and 1 fox out of there so far, so sorry I didn't get that all on film or nothing. So anyway, happy chopping everybody. Thanks for stopping in.